All right, so it's a long time coming, but the new roof is on and we're ready to put this thing back together again. Well, I guess better late than never, they say, but that was almost never. So here's that foam extrusion for the radius right here. Winnebago part number 120-107-10000. So let's go put one of these in place and take a look at it. So here's the end cap. Well, not the end cap, but where the end cap would have been. So the foam just fits right into there. Fits into place. You know, while we're here, we might as well kind of look at the roof design. So here's the roof extrusion. See how it interlocks with the sidewall extrusion. You actually have to, if you replace the entire sidewall, it comes in at the top and then you hinge it over and secure it at the belt line. All right, so that's gonna go in there. This roof material wraps over and it's gonna get tucked right into this channel right here. So looks to me, I don't know, like a 1/2 inch long. So I'll measure it out and get it cut out. I went ahead and measured it out. Looks like I need to cut about a 1/2 inch off. It's pretty easy to measure out. You just get the foam in place. All the foam's in place. You'll pull it down and then you'll draw your line across right there. If you're gonna err on any side, err on making it too long rather than making it too short. If you go too short, there is one saving grace. Remember, this extrusion right here isn't mounted to, is screwed to this extrusion. So you could actually take these screws out and move this up. I think you can move it up probably about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch before it starts looking bad underneath. But that's worst case scenario. Try not to plan on having to do that. Just take your time. Like I said, I use a speed square right here. I'll just put the marker and just use the edge as a guide and just start drawing the line. I'll be using some air shears to cut it. And before I go all the way, I'll cut it and then I'll see how it looks before I go much further. So that's what I'm gonna do first. When you have this bent over, it puts a lot of tension right here and actually adds a lot of strength to this this material, just like bending sheet metal would, but it puts it in tension, so it can rip up that tear if you have it too much pressure in one area. So that's why I'm leaving that plastic on, just in case. That's what it looks like. We're pretty much almost all the way down, so I'll just continue on. All right, when it comes time to tuck this in, it's a little bit easier with two people. One person going to be down a little bit further pulling up, but what you're going to do is kind of like bend this, pull it past the rail, or that channel right there, and then pop it in. You have to work this edge the entire length. It likes to hang up on the interior gutter frame. Don't force this. You'll rip the material. Just work it slowly and take your time. Definitely wear gloves. This edge right here can cut into your hands pretty well. If you find that it's hanging up, I have a plastic bone or a guide right there to help work out the problem. Like I said, do not force this. Don't do that. All right, so there it is, put in. See, it's in the bottom of the track right there. So there's a lot of gluing surface for it to adhere to right here. A minimal amount of spacing right there. The radius is installed. It's one piece in the gutter. Worked everything out. Both sides are good. So really what it is left to do is make a really satisfying video pulling this protective plastic off. Probably get shocked really bad with all the static electricity. But yeah, at any rate, there's the roof. Should be nice and shiny now. That plastic off. See how well it goes in there. So like I said, it's free floating. So now it's just putting it back together.